He's like, what the fuck?
Look at little dude behind him like, is that, wait, the hell?
What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you can already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Game of Thrones Season 1 season finale. We are just coming off of the heels of what is arguably one of the most pivotal moments in the entire series, the death of Ned Stark. Now, we're going to try to deal with some of this fallout. Make sure you stay to the very end, because you already know me. I was about to call you Michael Clare. We already know that me and Rekkai are going to chop it up, have a bit of a back and forth reveal over things we enjoy and over some of the things we may be scratching our heads over. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Got a little discombobulated. All right, he lopped your head off with his own sword. That's awful. Ugh.
Yeah.
Bits of hair swinging off the edge. Ah, in case you were wondering if he was dead.
This is not the Hollywood that we know.
And you'll be keeping your mouth shut.
Dang.
Keep your mouth shut, boy.
I'm not a boy!
You're not a smart boy, is that what you're trying to say? Do you want to live, boy?
Come on, pay attention. I know you're traumatized right now.
North, boy. We're going north.
You're getting the hell out of here. I tell you what, that's some fast. I mean, it's not texting, but these damn ravens are fast as hell.
Yeah, I mean, they be on the jet stream or whatever it is. What can Crow do for you?
We went down into the crypts, and my father was there.
Your father's not down there, little lord.
Just like Hodor.
I'm not afraid of some hole in the ground.
You've lived beyond the wall. What are you scared of?
She like, listen here, youngin'.
But Rhaegar Targaryen kidnapped her. Robert started a war to win her back. He killed Rhaegar, but she died anyway.
Anyway.
See? He's not here.
The hell? Oh, I forgot about this. Shaggy Dog.
How many times have I told you he's in King's Landing with Sansa and Arya? He was down here. I saw him.
The hell?
When I was sleeping. Here, Shaggy Dog.
Shaggy Dog said, you better announce yourself before you come down here.
Shaggy Dog said, I'll rip y'all a new
Only
one.
naturally should be in your thoughts and dreams.
Better put a bell on y'all damn neck.
But that doesn't mean that...
Uh-oh. That look.
Damn. Sorry, little guy. Ooh, everybody knows, huh?
No, I don't know if they know yet.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
They
the
know.
Raven comes in.
They know. Look at the way they're looking at her. They know.
Yeah, they got the Raven. And she got to portray that strength. Even though she is dying inside.
She got to tighten up for her son, too, though.
Yep. And
Yeah.
see, those are sounds. Those sounds he's making, those are sounds of a little boy, not the king to be, not the warden of the north. Because he's the guy now. But this is a little kid right here.
Robb! You've ruined your sword.
Give a damn about that.
I'll kill them all. Every one of them.
Kill them all. Let God sort them out.
We have to get the girls back. And then...
You have to proceed smart.
And then we will kill them all. Woo!
King Robert lost his battle and
He failed his final test.
Look at this first version of Saturday Night Live.
The board did all the rest.
They like, ooh,
They're like, you know what? It's nice knowing you, my guy.
There's the meme.
That slow clap.
Isn't it a funny song? Thank you for your rendition. Your fingers or your tongue?
Your Grace?
Fingers or your tongue? If you got to keep one, which would it be?
Bro.
Tongue it is.
Your Grace, please. I won't. Your Grace.
Sir Ilan.
Sir
Zero
Ilan Payne.
hesitation.
I beg you, please.
We passed that. Yeah.
He chose wrong. Was he going to take all his fingers? Like, you got to ask some more questions.
I'm done for the day. I'll leave the rest of the matters to you, Mother.
Yeah, that's your little monster.
I'm so done with killing people and torturing and maiming them for the day. I'm exhausted.
Thank you, my lord.
Your Grace. I'm king now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your boo thing.
Do as you bid, child.
You see how he play? You better stay alive.
And as soon as you've had your blood, I'll put a son in you.
Damn.
Mother says that shouldn't be long.
Straight to work, Jenny. Ugh.
Go home. I won't do any treason. I swear.
Mother says I'm still to marry you, so you'll stay here and obey.
Mother says.
That's your scepter. There. I'll tell you what. Your traitor brother. I'm going to give you his head as well.
Or maybe he'll give me yours.
I like it, though.
Little piece of defiance.
I like it.
Samarin.
Oh, 2. You didn't have to give a 2.
But even the way he did it, it's like, who you think you are? Ike Turner?
Dang.
Get the hell on.
Yeah, she's thinking about taking that jump, huh? Oh, she's thinking about pushing him.
Pushing his
Oh.
Go.
I'm not mad at
Look,
you, Sansa.
The
You're
hound
going
now.
Yeah. Oh, he sure saw it, yeah.
I'll look for you in court.
Fling us both down this thing.
Save yourself some pain, girl. Give him what he wants. You'll be needing that again.
Dang, that's a tough situation to be in.
She had the right idea. She just moved too damn slow.
Yeah, you gotta go work in your first step.
Yep.
You get the Kyrie,
She
your
don't got
revenge.
breakaway speed.
Yeah.
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 She need breakaway speed. She should have Tyreek Hill that thing. She's
Pledge fealty to King Renly and move south to join our forces with his.
King Renly.
Renly is not right. My lords. My lords.
Renly is not right. He spent too much time with the Diddy freak-offs.
Even the gods are wrong. Why shouldn't we rule ourselves again? It was the dragons we bowed to. I mean to bend my knee to.
Dang.
The king of the north!
That's the first time it's said, huh?
That's a whole lot of responsibility.
And keep their red castle. And their iron chair, too.
Am I your brother? Now and always. Now and always.
I ride for you, dog.
Sword is yours. In
It's
victory
so
and defeat.
funny.
From this day
People just
until
say
my
stuff.
last day.
Walter Frey. Yeah, I said some words.
What we gonna do?
So now everybody know, including the spies. There's a new king. There's a new king.
Oh, and I forgot to say, just in case you all were wondering, the name of this episode for the season finale is Fire and Blood.
Leave us.
I'm glad you didn't even argue that, brother.
Your bed must be lonely. Is that why you came? I'm not at my best, but Slip out of that gown and we'll see if I'm up to it.
Woo, she leaned into that one too.
She did.
I do like
She's been practicing.
Why is the world so full of injustice?
Because of men like you.
There are no men like me.
There's a bar. There are no men like me. I'm one of one, baby.
How did he come to fall from that tower?
I pushed him out the window.
Real talk.
You should get some sleep. It's going to be a long war.
She was about to crack his head with that, wasn't she?
She was all the way past skibbity pap.
Yeah.
She about to get this night. You about to get this permanent sleep, my boy.
What's our next move?
Stop talking.
Nasty.
Get back into bed.
Isn't that like her cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, but you know, the funny thing is how you sounded surprised by that when she was doing it with her twin brother. So at this point,
nephew. Okay, it was her nephew.
Perhaps we should sue for peace.
There's your piece. Joffrey sorted that when he decided to remove Ned Stark's head.
Yeah.
You'll have an easier time drinking from that cup than you will bringing Robb Stark to the table now.
We should march on them at once. First, we must return to Casterly Rock to raise
They
more.
have my son!
His only real weakness.
No, but he's like, look at what I did when they had this son. I don't even like his little monkey ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Not you.
They got my heir apparent. Oh, hell no.
Oh. That's a gesture.
You pouring me a cup?
That's a gesture.
If he were alive, we could have used him to broker a peace with Winterfell and River Run.
Damn, his armor's dope.
I always thought you were a stunted fool. Perhaps I was wrong.
Half wrong?
I'm stunted.
Sir Gregor will head out with 500 riders and set a riverland on fire from God's Eye to the Red Fork.
Dang.
The rest of us will regroup at Harrenhal.
Harrenhal, remember that in House of Dragons?
Why not my uncle? Why not anyone? Why me?
You're my son.
Yeah.
Dang. That's probably the first time you even said it out loud. God, I feel bad for Tyrion, because how could you not be moved by that?
It was crazy too. Did you see that scene? It was awful scarce out there. The Khal is down. The Khaleesi's down. The dude who was the right hand is down. We out.
Where is he?
Do what
The boy did not live.
Tell me.
What is there to tell?
How did my son die?
Inside, he was full of grave worms.
I would have loved to have seen that shit.
Come, I will take you to him.
Time enough for that later.
I want to see him now.
I mean, she's right.
It's kind of sparse out there.
Sheikh Mishrakiani. Why is he out here alone?
He seems to like the warmth, Princess.
Yeah, my man out here like radio.
When the seas go dry, when the mountains blow in the wind, like leaves.
Girl, the hell are you talking about?
Dang, she's saying it so just da.
I have nothing more to fear from this woman. Go.
That is true. She took everything. Yeah,
she beat her monkey ass.
She took everything.
You knew what I was buying, and you knew the price.
It was wrong of them to burn my temple.
I saved you.
Saved me? 3 of those riders had already raped me before you saved me, girl. So, tell me again exactly what it was that you saved.
It's all right. I will fix that shit.
Then you will see exactly what life is worth when all the rest has gone.
Wow.
Listen. Do you see where they are right now? Right now, it would be straight up, this is Sparta. Like, I would kick her monkey ass.
You can't.
She would be calling her Jay Cargill.
will,
I'd
son.
have kicked the hell out of her.
And put a sword through King Joffrey's throat.
You can't leave us now.
Everybody got that Superman complex. They think I'm gonna ride off with my one sword and put my cape on. I know you move your ass out the way. Look,
Ghost was like,
you ain't leave me.
Like, you know, sometimes you gotta roll.
No, he said I couldn't take you with me to King's Landing.
Yeah.
He was very specific on that point.
He knew my name?
No, he knew your other name.
Are you ashamed of me? Are you afraid that I'm dancing around the court with my tits out?
Shut your stupid ass face.
Everyone, everywhere, always has to do exactly what my father says. He's always been a cunt.
Use that word so freely and...
Won't you come with me? Be the hand's lady. Because the king needs a hand, and that hand...
They say you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
I know what a hand
Wow,
is.
that is some country shit right there. I heard that. Once again, when you think with the little head, not the big one, and Tyrion's head big as hell. I know that hurt. I know that hurt right there, boy. Jon riding off into the night. I'm just trying to make a name for myself.
I belong with my brother.
We're your brothers now.
They'll kill you if they find out you've...
That's right.
Go back.
Sam told us everything. We're sorry about your father. But it doesn't matter.
You said the words.
I have to.
You can't. You said the words.
Yep.
I am the sword in the darkness. The watcher on the walls. The shield that guards the realms of men.
So that's what makes the Amos trying to tell your dumb ass.
This night, and all nights to come.
Longclaw.
Afinia Lola. Afine Drife. Shek Mishrakiani.
Gone.
And all because he was being a tough guy. Just walk right into dude's blade.
And sets in the east. Then you shall return to me, my sun and stars.
He did a whole lot for her when anybody threatened her. You do not threaten his moon. Took care of her brother. Took care of them dudes that tried to poison her, try to get her. Like, anybody you threatened her, that was your ass.
This dude was it catatonic? That's the word I'm looking for? Something like that.
He's a straight vegetable.
Ah, not the old people way.
Yeah, that's right here. She pulled the plug. She pulled the plug. And just think, look at all she paid for that. Still, it's that choice. When y'all don't listen.
Consumed by dreams of fire and blood.
Right there is a true sign of being old.
An entirely different animal, powerful man, great warrior.
You straight up got cheeks in your face, and you just out here talking about history.
Just rambling.
You said the thing you need to understand about kings.
Things? What?
When you started, you...
Yeah, girl, don't try to get caught up.
It's all right. No need.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
good.
Till the next
I'm
time.
good. She said it'll take you 10 minutes to get your ass up. Shut up.
So was he faking the feebleness right there?
Nah.
Because he hopped right up kind of spry, right?
Didn't he?
Right? Like he faked all that feebleness.
That's
I
what
never
his
picked that up the first go
paid
round.
for. Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong. I never picked that up the first time. He be pretending that he feeble.
Old man stuff. He's
See,
out
look,
here in his early
look.
thousands.
Look, then he
Look,
gets
look.
right back in the role again. Why did I never pick that up the last time?
I never did either. Never did either.
Hey, some good cutting will
Everyone
keep
has
you
a role
young,
to
man.
play.
Yeah, that's his fountain of youth.
And he got the best around, I guess.
I guess so.
Because that's Roz from Winterfell.
I must be one of the few men in this city who doesn't want to be king.
You must be one of the few men in this city who isn't a man.
It was funny though. It was funny though.
Feared by all. Am I? That is good to know. Do you lie awake at night fearing my gash? Befriending powerful men and women.
A useful talent, I'm sure you'd agree.
They over here giving each other a circle jerk.
In mutual admiration and respect.
Technically not
playing
possible.
our roles.
Theoretically speaking.
Long may he reign.
My king.
My king.
My man snapped into it real quick, didn't he?
My lords.
Yeah.
Shall we
It's
begin?
game time. Anytime that's the dude's around, it's game time.
Harry the orphan boy. No one asks an orphan too many questions, because nobody gives 3 shits. And the other half would do the same, except they'd rape you first.
Dang.
I could use me a sword like that.
We'll take it off him.
Give it here, midget. Look at him.
Get your fat ass on somewhere.
I kicked him all to pieces. You better give me that sword!
Yoinks.
Give it to you.
You can get it.
I bet you never killed anyone. I bet you're a liar. But I'm not. I'm good at killing fat boys. Boys.
Oh, you like picking on the little ones, do you? When I hit that steel, it sings. You gonna sing when I hit you?
Dang.
Like that.
You closed all of that out.
I'll sing when I hit you.
It's 1,000 leagues from here to the wall, and winter is coming.
So how many miles are in a league? Is it like two miles in a
I was
league?
just sitting here.
Yeah, something like that.
What's a league?
Actually, it is 3.4 miles are in 1 nautical league. So that's 3,000 miles to the wall. Damn. Yo, you're right. Them crows.
3.4 miles?
3.4 miles in a league. And they said it was 1,000 miles from where they were to the wall. So that's like going across the country.
You look exhausted. Was your moonlight ride that tiring?
Is that 3,000 miles?
That's what you just said, 1,000 miles to the wall from there.
3,400 miles?
Honor made you leave. Honor brought you back.
My friends brought me back.
Do you think your brother's war is more important than ours?
Come on now.
And worse, come hunting for us in the night. Do you think it matters who sits on the Iron Throne?
I know that's right.
When we ride out beyond the wall tomorrow.
I know that's right.
On the wall.
He said, I want you. But for real, I want your wolf, though.
Force against the wildlings, the White Walkers, and whatever else is out there. Are you a brother of the Night's Watch? Or a bastard boy who wants to play at war?
Do you want to ride in the backseat of a caddy? Let's go.
You can return to the free cities and live as a wealthy woman for all your days.
They were not given to me to sell.
But let him go, Khaleesi. I know what you intend. Do not.
I must. You don't understand.
Don't ask me to stand aside as you climb on that pyre. I won't watch you burn.
I know, you won't. He just messed up his loincloth.
Oh, yeah, he's that. He was already all in, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's
but
just.
that right
You will be my Khaleesi.
That was his 4.7 seconds right there, too.
Brothers and sisters. As husbands and wives.
They was like, and we out. That's all you had to say is we can go? You free?
Yeah.
So Jorah bind this woman to the pyre.
She's like, I'm tired of you and these smirks.
You swore to obey me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, talk that shit now. Keep that same energy.
But you know what, though? I'm not mad at that old lady. Like, you were thrown into slavery. You know, you get your lick back, too. But she still gotta die though.
Tom, you will die screaming.
You will not hear me scream.
I will.
Will. Hold that.
Only your life.
Death for a death. Death for life.
Mm.
Yeah, we got our own little blood magic going on.
Woo!
Yeah.
You getting roasted,
girl.
Oh, who's she cooking?
Girl. Yes. Sing it. Yeah.
Jorah like, damn, word. Woo!
You would not hear me scream. Well, that's funny.
Yo, her people like, yo, this chick is crazy.
Yeah, but nobody saw her not affected by the fire but her servant before.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that she about that life.
Woo! Yo, that's wild.
You know you got some power. Your hair ain't even.
He's like, what the fuck?
Look at the little dude behind him. Like, is that, wait, the hell?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can do.
Oh.
Go ahead, Khaleesi.
And that's what you mean. You make more of a statement. Standing up and proud and full strength, bucket naked. Like.
Bucket naked. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. Woo! This damn show. What do you even say? It's just excellence. You know, we talked last episode about the penultimate and how it's, you know, the penultimate gives the people what they want, right? You know, action raises the stakes. Everything is in a kerfuffle. It's just chaos and we just all in, right?
That kerfuffle.
But the season finale, the setup for the next thing, it's just, I mean, it's one of the nastiest 1-2 punches that we've seen in some time, you know. To me, you know, it kind of starts off in the very beginning when we get a chance to see, you know, Robb kind of realize, like, he had already become a man when he gave his mama that look 2 episodes again before, but then when he was really tested and had all of the safety, all of the safety nets stripped away from him and the idea, the possibility of his father coming back. Like, there's one thing to man up and then, you know, I'm gonna just man up for the moment until the real man come back. And then there's, you're on the top of this damn, what do they call the people that swing on the high lines? The
trapeze?
Yeah.
Trapeze artists?
Yeah, trapeze artists. And then you look down and there's no net. There's no net no more at all. And watching Robb kind of like, you know, embody that and just being like, it's it. It's just me. And to have his people start screaming King of the North, it's like all bets off. We're in whole brand new lands. Like it's on, right? Those are just the two that kind of like stick out the most. And then also there's like a cool, quiet little moment between Varys and Littlefinger. Yeah, and them kind of like, I feel like it's just before the game, it's just before tip-off. You know, 2 rivals that are kind of like maybe on the same team, and they like, yo, it's really about to kick off. You ready? Like, yeah, you ready? I respect you. Little hat tips. gave each other a pat on the back, and then when Joffrey came in, it's game time. Like, it's really full-blown game time. Daenerys hops out of the char, literally burns the pass away and births a whole new direction. Yo, it's game time, dog. Like, such a good, solid episode. How you feeling, man? How you feeling about the season finale?
You know, the thing about the season finale too is I think you said it perfectly right there. Daenerys walking into the fire and burned the entire past away. Not only that, she made the past the future again, because in that moment, her belief in herself and what she must do, even a little blood magic thrown in, I got to kill a witch. Her trauma led her to bring back the Age of Dragons. Who would have thought? Remember, just a few minutes ago, they were petrified eggs, and Jorah told her, listen, you could sell them eggs and live like a rich woman on the coast. And she's like, you're not even knowing who I am, what I'm here to do. And that type of conviction, that type of belief in yourself. We're at the end of season 1, 10 episodes in.
Yeah.
And already the arc that Daenerys has already taken has already been tremendous. From the first time we met her to being the meek, shy little girl whose brother was nasty and getting over on her and, talk filthy and talk down to her, to we're here to the fact where the Khalasar has left her. She's got a few people leading her. She let some of them go and said, but if you stay, you with me, you ride with me, y'all my ride or dies or whatever. And, she's got a handful of people, but that did not change her conviction. She's like, no, I know who I am. I know what must be done now. Yeah. Like, wow.
It's, it's turn up time, man. We didn't even talk about even Jon Snow. I feel like a bit of a tone of like, if you're gonna take this leap, right, you need somebody, you need your people. We see Robb, Caitlyn, she's like, I got you. I know this is gonna be tough, but I got you. Sir Jorah Mormont did that with Khaleesi. When these people about to take these big steps. Jon Snow had that moment too, when he had a moment of weakness.
Commander Mormont.
Yeah, Commander Mormont, and it's homies.
Partners.
It's not only are you about to take this big leap, but it's about the people that's going to be around you, your support team. That moment when he was reading the vows, when for Jon Snow, when he was in the woods and they stopped him and they're reading their vows to kind of like remind him, like, sometimes you need your people before you take these big jumps. And you need some confidence, people that kind of like believe in you. And it just sets that table. Like, these people are about to change everything. And somebody's got to have your back. It's funny because as we're watching this, I'm looking at a picture of Sansa, who's like the exact opposite. She's being forced into a change, and there's nobody that got her back. Like, none. It's her literally against the world with a child's mind that, she's gonna have to make some decisions. But it's, it's gonna be interesting to see like how these people are forged out of that. Off the top of my head, I wanted to ask you a question. There was an interesting moment with Pycelle, right? I think that's the name was Pycelle, the guy that's the maester of the kingdom. He was pillow talking, saying some things casually, but in hindsight, they're kind of important. He's talking about the nature of rulers. He said he's probably the only person within the 9 kingdoms that has got a chance to see, kings, this many kings, and he's talking about it. Like, I feel like he's kind of like self-reflecting as he's, having that, what is it, the after that moment of clarity after you,
the glow.
Yeah, after you've had your moment, he has that moment of clarity that if you're a man, you understand.
That post-coitus.
That post-coitus clarity, and he has that. And even though he's talking to the girl that that offered up her services, I feel like he's talking to us, the people that are like watching the show, about what it takes to be a leader and some of the things that he noticed. And he never really answered the question, because she even asked him at the end. She was like, what was you about to say? The thing about kings? And it's just kind of like just left kind of like up to us, or maybe for us to kind of like maybe piece together through the journeys that everybody's gonna come together. And then he does the weirdest thing that I never noticed, man. Like, he's been walking around as this feeble, hunched over kind of dude that's kind of like looks like he's on death's door. This dude jumps down and starts doing burpees, like shakes it off, dog. Like, I know there's more meaning to that scene. Like, that scene feels very powerful, and I feel like I'm not even getting connected all the dots with it, but it really stands out in hindsight. That is one of the things that kind of stands out a little bit more than what I was expecting on this rewatch.
When you said that, here's what popped into my head, that he wasn't just like pillow talking and whatever, just rambling on or whatever. That we see everyone else play the game. You see Varys play the game the way he plays. You see, Ned play the game he played. You see the way Cersei plays it. You see the way Littlefinger plays it. Mm-hmm. But how does a dude stay around and who has seen and been in the service of more kings than anybody else alive? Because he plays the game better than all of them. Mm. You think one thing about him. As a matter of fact, let me employ the services of someone who makes the rounds with all the peoples. Mm. And if anybody think one thing about me, I don't know who she gonna talk to next. I don't know if, Littlefinger, she worked for Littlefinger, for Varys, whoever. This is what I want them to think about me. This is what I want you to know about me. That way, for real, you see how cruel Joffrey is? Mm. No one could ever Varys, Littlefinger, nobody could ever call into question Pycelle's loyalty to the crown or whatever, just because I can prove it. Go bring that 304 that I paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got his own agenda running, and that's why he's able to sit around. Like, I never saw that before. I never noticed that scene before. No. And it seems like it's one of those things, like, because at first he jumped up all spry and did him some squats or whatever. And he's like, oh, I forgot to tell her to grab that $40 in a juice box on the way out. But I'm like, but they say you don't pay them for the service. You don't pay them to stay. You pay them to leave. Like,
yeah.
Get the hell out. So what you about to do? Like, no, you got to go. And she saw herself out or whatever. But I think that's the thing, like Cersei said earlier, you win when you play in the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. And Pycelle was around the Mad King who burnt up everybody's ass. He killed everybody. How has this dude survived for so long? Because nobody really has a true clue on who the hell Pycelle even is.
Right?
That's man. Game on game. We just seen everybody else's game, and they playing chess, not checkers. Yeah. Listen, Pycelle might be playing a whole different game because he is keeping his cards close to the vest. You think about me what I want you to think about me.
Last episode, I said Walter Frey is the person that kind of sticks out for me for kind of like a horrible, disgusting person, but I get, I can understand kind of like where he's coming from a little bit. I got another one for this episode, a person that I get completely, but is probably frowned upon. And that's that witch, the witch. I feel her when she gave that speech and she's like, you over here talking all this, I'm freeing you and I'm saving you. She was like, I used to be a doctor for this town. That little boy down there, I cured from sickness. I've healed this person. I've come to my gods and asked favor and brought, love and life to this community. And hearing your people come talking about the dragon the stallion that's gonna mount the world and burn all these cities and stuff. You damn right I killed your boy. I killed your husband. I killed your baby. I destroyed your entire little hoo-ha thing of people coming around here, because I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit there and let all this unfold. But don't get me wrong. You know, I understand, you know, the glamour of Daenerys and her dragons and all of that. And we want to root that on and yay, Dany and all that other stuff. But the witch, the witch is right. I feel her. I feel her. Yeah. Yeah. Because if I'm held captive and I'm bringing peace and love, and you come over here and you trample all of this down, and you are going to bring in, as far as what I can see, is my version of the Antichrist. If my last swing at life is I'm gonna burn as much of this stuff down as I possibly can. I'm feeling the witch. If the witch had a jersey, I'd rock it.
Ooh.
That's my hot take.
Ooh, that wasn't hot. That shit was on fire. That was burnt. Here's my take on that.
Okay.
I do not agree.
Okay, good. All right, say more.
Only because what world are we playing in? We heard her say those words. We heard her say, how you know anything she just said was true? You don't. She's a witch who does blood magic. You know, I don't know. I don't know the hierarchy of witches or whatever. I don't know how many of them that's out here doing blood magic, dark magic, where death is playing in the tent tonight and they the good ones. I've seen Wicked. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she had to turn green to be the bad one, but shit, she's pretty close. Like, you know, you just, I think it was Daenerys' fault, being a dumbass, young and naive, to have trusted that woman in the first place, and everybody tried to told her, and she wouldn't listen. And I guess, you know, the desperation and, you know, for the love of your life, you know, which, you know, of course she's had, you know, all of one boyfriend who's not her brother, I guess. So, you know, that was her dude, what have you. But I just think when it comes to witch, if you look at everybody's journey, it's the same. You are playing in a savage world. If you're not up for savage, don't be out here like, I'm going to enact justice because I did this good thing over here. Listen, we don't know the stories about the other people that she done cursed and, you know what I'm saying, made voodoo dolls. Or I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that woman had done. They said, don't trust her. Now, the Dothraki had a way, and I'm not saying that anything that they did was right, and I'm glad Daenerys stuck up for her, because she did what she thought was right, and in the end, she found out she was wrong. Yeah. But that woman talked all that shit, and still, she was Ned Stark. She was Ned Stark, talked all that shit, and I have my integrity, and I did this. Well, okay. Now you find your ass on that damn stick on fire. I will not scream as I burn. The hell you? Yes, you will. You about to be on fire. You don't know. It don't even bother me. When it's hot, I be like, ooh, it's so cold in here. You, on the other hand, you can ready scream like, listen, you done made that up. Like we said earlier with Ned.
Yeah.
You live to fight another day. All that shit she talked. At that moment, that lady, Daenerys done released everybody. Hey, y'all go free. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going out of here or whatever, do your thing. That woman could have went and started another village and started a whole new legacy. Hell, if she wanted to do something, she could have went and brought up a village and started the Bene Gesserit movement. All these women who are damn witches who come down here and do that, like, whatever. Like,
but let me ask you, if you could go back in time and there was just I don't know, Hitler's always the crowd favorite when it comes to despicable persons, despicable people. And you're just a random soldier that happens to be in Hitler's bunker just before it's about to go crazy, and you go back in time and you have your opportunity to take that man out. Would you? Because I feel like that's how the witch saw it. I have the opportunity to take out what is arguably, as far as my culture in this world is concerned, somebody that's going to bring in the worst possible thing, that's going to be destruction and terror around everywhere. I can walk away and maybe try to lead another life, Or I could destroy it now.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. I'm just curious.
Only because.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about the witch in this.
Okay.
If she felt like that, she didn't aim to kill the Khaleesi's son. If she wanted to stop all this evil and stop the Antichrist from being born,
okay,
she didn't aim to that. That happened when Lil Buddy threw her down and Jorah and them took her back in the tent. That wasn't her intent.
You don't think so?
No, she had no idea. She told her, don't come back in this tent. Death will dance in this tent tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's
that was something
because she was closing out the
so
call.
instead of the horse's life, giving up the horse's life with the blood magic, she took her ass back in there and a different outcome was seen. And then she's like, well, ain't nothing I could do now. I gotta roll with it.
I don't know.
But if that was her intent, if that was her intent, she would have done something else to the Khaleesi and all that. Like she'd have took all them out one full swoop. I'm gonna get you, get your man, get your little baby, all y'all. Here, drink this. This is good for the baby. I got your ass. Like she didn't do none of that.
I don't know. I hear you though. I hear you. I do hear you. I'm curious what
no, she at that point she had to roll with the cards that was presented to her. She already know your baby was stillborn or whatever, and now she got to roll with it. It doesn't matter. The Khaleesi gonna be pissed either way.
Okay. Do you?
She didn't make the Khaleesi go back in there. She went back in there.
Well, she can only close out what she can close out. She wasn't in power at the time, but she took the power, the little power that she had, and did as much damage as she possibly could. But I am curious what people in the chat do think. Like I said,
I got one quick thing before we go into spoiler talk.
Okay, all right.
You said something about everybody stepping up. Like the last episode was about choices, right?
Yeah.
And everybody had some choices to make, and this one was about people stepping up.
Yeah.
And everybody stepped up, but we forgot one. You talked about Robb stepping out, not having the safety net of his father.
All right.
Very true. You talked about Jon stepping up. You know what I'm saying? You got to realize his partners, Commander Mormont, brought him back. You got to step up. Khaleesi, she stepped up. This is what you got to do. You got to, dismantle the call, and you got to make this right. As a matter of fact, step into the destiny that you have before you. She didn't even know it, but that's what she had to do.
Okay.
But we forgot one.
Okay.
Tyrion Lannister is appointed the hand of the king. His father has a sit down with him, pours a drink for him.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I thought you was an idiot. You might be my son after all. You kind of smart. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is we going to keep chasing Robb and all this or whatever. I'm going to send you back to King's Landing. And because I know you one of the only people I've been around that talks to Joffrey and Cersei like the way I would talk to him, you don't give a damn. I'm going to need you to put that little fool, get him together. And his mama, if need be. You talk for me. I'm making you the hand of the king. But one thing you must not do. And what does Tyrion do when it's time to step up? He does. Out of all the 4 people who had to step up, Tyrion, once again, thinking like, listen, he should have been like Pycelle. Listen, girl, go on, scoot on here. Get your $40 in your juice box. Like, nope. He's out here trying to, what would you try to say? Make a silk purse out of a sow's ear? I ain't never heard that before.
Can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Listen, and he's steadily trying because the trauma of his first wife haunts him so much.
Yeah.
How dare my father, who did that to me the first time, he ain't gonna tell me to do it my 3 or 4 this time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take her with him. I'm gonna show him. He thinks I'm smart. I'm gonna be smart. Are you, my boy?
That part. I think that's a good place to kind of warn everybody that we're about to hop into a bit of some spoiler talk. And I kind of want to jump off. I want to jump off with what you're saying. Have a little talk about Tyrion and Tywin. So for those that are about to check out and don't want to be spoiled, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Of course, there's some links in the description. Make sure you check out Rekkai's page as well if you're about to leave. There'll be a more deeper understanding of what Rekkai has to offer. But in order to save some time, we're gonna hop right into spoiler talk. You talked about Tywin and Tyrion and how we didn't really jump into the details, and I agree with everything that you're saying. But there is something that's very interesting, and I don't think I realized it once again until we're seeing this again. I think Tywin has an epiphany. Tywin has an epiphany regarding his children and the roles that they play. And one of them is coming off of the heels on the cusp of him realizing that he may not have as much power over the realm as he previously thought because he has a grandson that is off the chain with a mother that can't control him. He has a son that's out chasing glory and doesn't care about titles and lands. He loves his son. His Jaime is his favorite son. But as we saw in the conversation when he was, cleaning the stag, he's like, yo, we have to get this name out. And Jaime don't care about none of that. Jaime's about being the world's greatest swordsman and loving his sister. So he's looking at Tyrion, who's at the table where grown man decisions are being made. And he's realizing that the real talent in his bloodline is Tyrion. He's realizing that the smartest person in the building may not just be him. And that if this young man, this son of his, is allowed to grow and forge his own path without it being structured, he could be outclassed. I think for me, Tywin had that epiphany, and it was like, hold on, everybody else leave. Come here, young man, I need to talk to you for a second. I'm pouring you a glass. Well, Tywin Lannister is pouring somebody a glass, and his sons no less, and said, in his head, I'm hearing, I have to keep you under my thumb because I see the potential for you being greater than me. And there is a reason why he told you must leave Shay behind, because Tywin, I think, is the smartest person in the realm, personally. And he knows that Tyrion has one weakness, one visible known weakness, and that's love. Mm-hmm. Love. He knows that once he stripped his mother's love away because she died, and he tried to shackle Tyrion down and beat him into submission by forcing his wife to be raped by all of the soldiers. Sorry, algorithm. He knows, he was like, listen, if I let this man, if I let my son love, I will never be able to get control of him again. You must keep Shay at bay. It appears to me that Tywin is trying to help Tyrion, but I don't see it that way. I see Tywin is trying to control Tyrion because he knows that he is capable of being greater than himself. So it's a bit of a hot take and a bit of a spoiler. But hold on, and then we also see, to add one more thing to the spoiler talk, he ends up taking Shay. Remember, Tywin takes Shay for himself. So not only is he trying to strip Shay away or keep Tyrion from having any type of love for himself, he does to Tyrion yet again what he did to Tyrion's first wife in order to maybe taste what it is that Tyrion loves. Maybe understand his son. Maybe it's a form of jealousy. They never really explained why Tywin took Shay, but he takes Shay in the end and makes her his. So I see this as not necessarily as, like I said, as helping Tyrion, but of getting control and ahead of the situation before it gets out of control, because Tywin is always 4 or 5 steps ahead.
I do not disagree. However, I do disagree.
Okay, all right.
I think you're right about Tywin, because everyone, especially his family, his children, it is about control. If you could take all three of his children and put them together and meld them into one person, they would make Tywin Lannister. You have the sword play and the gallantry and the wonderful soldier warrior. That's Jaime.
Okay.
You have the savage, just might do anything to get at your ass. That's Cersei.
Okay.
But then you have the brilliance and the tactician, the strategist, and that's Tyrion. You put them three together, you make Tywin. So his three really great qualities are split into his three kids.
Okay.
And if one of them kids had two of his qualities, they would be the one. But as it is, he favors Jaime, the handsome son, the one who's supposed to be the heir apparent.
Okay.
The thing about Tyrion, though, is it's not so much even just that women are his weakness, that love is his weakness. And of course, because he has deep-seated trauma from the moment he is born.
Okay.
And even with what Tywin and Jaime did to him with his first wife, is just diabolical. It's just dastardly.
Yeah.
However, here's what we don't know. Because we assume that Tywin took Shae for his own. We assume that Tywin took Shae for his own. But how do we not know that Shae, being the foreigner, once she was found out to be in the king's court, hiding all this time as the 304 who was not supposed to go to King's Landing with Tyrion, how do we not know that she went to Tywin to protect herself? Because she had no problem turning on Tyrion in court. I mean, the fact that Tywin let that go down is diabolical. It's diabolical. But we put all of that onus on Tywin when it may not have been his plan. It may have been her plan to save herself. Because why, for her, Tywin tried to pay her, Tyrion tried to pay her off, paid her a handsome rent to go buy an island somewhere and live good.
Yeah.
Shae knew Cersei was going to kill her. You're not going to kill Tywin's boo thing on the side.
Yeah. I can't argue against none of this, what you're saying. I can't argue against none of it. I think you're right. But I do think both can exist. I think they're both mutually beneficial. Shae is smart enough to realize I can't run, so I'm going to lean in. But I also think that Tywin knows his only real weakness is not women. His only real weakness is actually Tyrion. Tyrion is the only thing that gets a rise out of him for the most part, because he never forgave Tyrion for taking the thing that he adored most in the world, and that was his wife.
His wife.
Right. And as long as Tyrion has breath in his lungs, he's going to feel some kind of way about it. And you find out, not only I can't kill him because he's the bloodline and I'm a man of honor, but I can torture him. I can torment him. And what is a better way to do it than to take his girl yet again? I think it's all about still keeping Tyrion under his thumb so that he doesn't rise and shine, and he loses the possibility of becoming greater than his station, greater than being a half man. So I do think you're right. I do think Shae is smart enough to do that to protect herself, but I still don't think that is the sole reason that Tywin is kind of making his choices, because Tywin is still the smartest dude in the building until he gets,
Well,
shot
I think
in the
with
belly
Tywin and Tyrion, they're both in a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword.
Okay.
I think they're both, for Tyrion to have a weakness for women, I think he also has a blind spot when it comes to his father. His father is that one person, because Tyrion, like even the way he accepted being the hand of the king, he has always wanted his father's approval. He wants his father to look at him and to love him the way that he loves Jaime, the way that he accepts Cersei. He wants that, and he has a blind spot when it comes to his father.
Okay.
And the same way that you said that Tywin has that thing that Tyrion is the only one that can get under his skin, that can push his damn button. They both have this thing for each other. I'm not absolving Tywin of anything that he did, especially that shit with Shay. That is some shady mess. But I think watching this show the first time, I never even considered that was all on Shay too. You know, that it wasn't, because I looked at it from Tywin is so damn shady, so controlling. That's all him. I never even considered that. No, that was partly her shady ass too.
Yeah. She's in survival
mode. Know, and not only that, she was hurt. She knows the relationship between Tyrion and Tywin. So when he was trying to protect her, trying to get rid of her, so Cersei didn't kill her, not only to protect herself, what could I do that would hurt Tyrion the most?
Hell hath no
fury. Got it.
Got
it. Because remember, when she left, she said she didn't want to, she was hurt. And then he started talking crazy to her to make her leave, because she wouldn't leave. And he's like, no, you don't understand. My sister will kill you. And she'll do it publicly. She will kill you. And you seen the purple wedding? Like, listen, my sister is diabolical. Like,
let me give like a quick shout out to the folks in the chat. We didn't get a chance to like really shout them out last episode because we was on a roll and I could feel us about to go on one again. Let me at least give a hat to, in case you're wondering who it is that we're referring to, members of the Patreon get a special section of the Discord where they can actually watch us react to these shows, and the things that you say and do actually have an influence over how we see and look at some of this stuff. And if that's in your wheelhouse, you've always wanted to be a reactor, that is a great way to be a part of the community. There's a link in the description so you can join the Patreon. And even if you don't want to go that way by paying, you can still join the Discord as well. I didn't mark a whole lot of questions because we were so busy going back and forth. I was in the moment. But off the top of my head, here's one from Sherelle who said, once he exposed what was going on in the palace, he might have stayed in his father's good graces with the others on the outside. For as smart as he is, Tyrion was also stupid when dealing with his father. I do agree with that. Tyrion, I think he's just stupid with love, be it coming from his father or coming from, a woman that pays attention to him. Villa Cerise said, I think he was always hoping he would be loved. When he finally resolved that in his mind, he killed him. That was also symbolic of his hope, and that's in reference to killing Tywin, killing his father. Love responded saying, he just wanted to be loved. So even though he knew his father was using him, he would hope that him listening would finally make him accept him. Now Shady Shay has no morals. Sorry, you just can't do that to Tyrion. Shay probably played the both of them. And here's a little bit of a hot take. I'm not mad at Shay. You are talking about a woman who is powerless, and she has the ability to kind of flip the script. There's another character that kind of does that in House of the Dragon. I forgot her name. The Grey Worm, I think that's what they call her in House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
She did the same thing. She was like, a powerless woman who's able to use her feminine wiles in order to gain power. I'm not mad. What do you do? It's either that. It's a Game of Thrones, right? You win or you die. And Shay's playing to win. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anything? I know we're getting a little bit closer. Any other things that's kind of like tickling your fancy regarding this story in this season?
Well, just about Shay. Here's the thing that was kind of telling, and we kind of let it go. When they were playing the little drinking game, where Tyrion said that I can tell something about it. We never picked back up, but the fact that Tyrion drank so much because Shay is actually not lowborn. Her choice to be a 3 or 4 maybe just that, a choice or whatever. She ran. Remember, she's from
across the narrow
you know,
sea,
she's
right?
from the foreign place. Yeah, like I don't know if it's Dorne or somewhere like that, but she was highborn. She came from a 2-parent household. You know, there was a lot of things, and I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, she had a Targaryen situation in her house or what was going on, but her being on this side of Westeros was for a reason, and it may have been for her own reasoning or whatever. So whatever led her to the life that she's living out here is something different, because she does not come from, she came from money. How do you come from money? How do you come from being highborn and end up where she's at? And that may be because she's conniving and, you know, she thought she was smart and well, or it seems like her mouth is bad. So, you know, you dealing in a very patriarchal society where men are running shit and your mouth is bad.
She do be talking slick. Yeah.
Yeah. She talk real sharp. So
there's something that I just looked on the screen and we didn't even talk about Arya. And her journey that's about to jumpstart, and these young boys that are going to soon be like her ride or dies for a couple seasons, if I remember right. Like some of them, I want to say like Journey. What's his name? The guy that's the blacksmith. I forgot his name. Gendry. I think it's Gendry, something like that.
Gendry, yeah. Gendry, yeah.
Gendry. They have a very important relationship, and if anything, he is going to become her last tie to humanity, because once he dies, she really goes off the chain. Like there's nothing else to kind of like tie her to the realm, you know, and she becomes like this super assassin. So to kind of go with the theme of what we were saying is, you know, who are the people that's going to be around? No, not when Gendry did die, didn't he?
No.
Didn't die? Okay, maybe I'm off.
No.
But
no, Gendry didn't die. Remember at the very end, like she took
they
it for
on different paths.
Yeah, they got separated and she thought he was dead or whatever, because he joined the Brotherhood. My bad. Yeah, remember that at the very end, you know what I'm saying? They got one last roll in the hay, and she's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm going across the sea to do something different.
That's what it is.
Because he tried to marry her. He tried to, like, you know, because now once he found out he's the son of the king, like, you know, he was truly a Baratheon.
Yeah.
He got some name, he got some title, and he was like, you know, I want you to be my boo. I don't think he'd ever, you know what I'm saying, had a little roll in the hay. He chose her. She's like, nah, I'm not about that life. I'm about to go on my Assassin's Creed journey.
Yeah. My bad. I know. Listen, I'm over here getting slaughtered in the chat. I'm like, what? Wait, what's wrong with you? I'm here telling these lies. But I feel that he was like the last thing that she kind of loved, if I remember right. Maybe I'm wrong on that too. But I do know that when she takes her turn and goes Assassin's Creed, it's no turning back.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all that to say that we were talking about, you know, before you go off on your journey, you need like your support team. And we get a chance to see her early support team with the little fat boy that makes the cakes and everybody else. I think that's all I got, man, for this for the season finale, man. You got anything to close out with?
Oh man, this was this is a fantastic series. And at some point, hopefully, you know, when things are popping again, we'll pick up on it. I know that, you know, House of Dragons will be coming back on at some point. The new series, whatever, the Hedge Knight or whatever they're calling it, because I think the book was called The Hedge Knight. But, you know, with the super tall dude and Aegon, Eggs Targaryen or something like that, that'll be coming in. So, you know, Game of Thrones will be popping again. But no, glad to be closing this season out and looking forward to what else we got coming on, because there's so much out right now. So much.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. Hey, listen, thank you all for hanging out with us this entire season. If you've been enjoying just the conversation like I have, me and Rekkai, one of my favorite things in life. Is just chopping it up with you, my guy, and just looking at the interesting ways that you check me on how I'm thinking and be like, nah, I want you to see it from this. And you got a chance to see it in this episode as well. If you want more of that, Rekkai's page, his YouTube page is the place for that. It is literally filled with deep dives, deep thoughts about some of this content that we adore and love. And if you want to see it in all of its complete glory, you must do yourself a service and sign on to Rekkai's Patreon. Rekkai, can you tell the people how they get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You know, I don't know why y'all be listening to what Syntell be saying. I don't be knowing what I'm talking about. I just be talking. So, but if you like, you know, my sort of idiot flow, you can come see me at Patreon or youtube.com/Nupe from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE. It's got to be about this. But it's just as much as it got to be about this. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Chef. Hey, and thank you all for your time, and we will catch you on the next project. All right, y'all, take care. Peace.